Greetings gamers, I'm PEMBY'S66 and this is PEMBY'S Gaming World and this is yet another tutorial that no fucker's gonna watch. Well, I hope I'm dead wrong there, because when I put out a tutorial or anything that's maybe informative to somebody, it's there with the best intentions, you know. I've looked into something, you know. Sometimes I might have jumped the gun and give somebody misleading information. I mean, this guy once couldn't stand, I think it was from Canada somewhere, he couldn't stand the video. He said it was a terrible video, it didn't help him and all that, and well, it's fair enough, but he was a bit abusive, so he was kind of like a troll. And it was a video I put up about quick rendering tips in, what was it, Corel's Video Studio Pro 7. But like I say, I try and put out a video that's informative and helpful. If it doesn't help you, then fair enough. Just have a bit of sense and just click on another video that helps you. I mean, don't waste your energy and your time by trolling someone and being a prick. You know, someone who takes it up the shitter. That's how I class you. But anyway, enough of me ranting and raving. This video is about OBS, and it's not. Doesn't mean obsessive bullshit syndrome. It means open broadcaster software. And I can only, as you can see by the middle of the screen, I'm using the desktop catcher. That's my setting. Let's go into the settings and I'll show you. This recording program works for me perfectly, and it's the best by far screen recorder, game recorder you can get, and it doesn't cost nothing. It's better than Shadowplay. And I can only go off Shadowplay from what I've seen of it and what I've heard of it, but I've never actually used it myself. But I still think I'm confident in saying that Shadowplay does not give you the option to do a lossless quality recording. This does, and the performance from your PC is not affected. You know, it's the most complete all-round solution to getting your gameplays recorded or screen captures like this one. This tutorial, fucking hell, Pemby, slow down, you're stuttering like a dick. Right. Right, what was I saying? Right, let's go into the settings. This works for me. It might not work for you, but this is OBS 0. Actually, it's 11.4. It's probably the very latest version. It's the multi-platform version, which I'll leave a link to in the description. Now let's go to the output. We've got there's the folder. Now that's self-explanatory. If you want to create a folder on your desktop and call it whatever, like OBS recordings, or call it shithead if you want. I'm not bothered, but you can get your videos to be saved there. That's so I don't even need to explain that. But recording format MP4, you could go with MKV, but I find MKV does not get accepted by Sony Vegas, so don't bother with that one. But it's good, it's pretty high quality, and if you want to just use this as a raw capture device, without any editing in Sony Vegas, then by all means you can record it in that. But I go for the MP4. Video bitrate 100,000, so that's around about 100 megabytes a second, which is getting into fraps territory, if you know what I mean. In other words, it'll record your video at a very high standard. Virtually nothing's lost in the visual quality. Audio bitrate 256. You can play around with that, but I wouldn't go below 160. I'd go to 256 roundabout. Okay. This, don't bother with that. And enable advanced encoder settings. Now I use the constant bitrate because I find with this setting, if I uncheck that, the quality is it's shit. It's nowhere near as good, because I don't really know how it works. I'm putting up a tutorial on something that I've only been using for the past few days. I need to do more research, but this video is basically about trying these settings, what I'm using, and not only is it recording the screen now, if I was to go into a game, as long as the game's set for full screen, it'll just record the gameplay and it'll be perfect. It's just as good as you're watching it, as the game's playing. The actual recorded video will be bang on, and you'll hardly see any difference. But anyway, that's why I use constant bitrate anyway. But this encoder preset, you know, the higher it, as it says, equals less CPU, so I have it on the highest it'll go. If you go on that one, even that one faster, I tried faster before and my CPU could not handle recording at that high bit rate and that encoding setting. So ultra fast. You see the fast, I mean, the faster it is, the you know, it's to do with compression and things like that. You know, you'd say that wasn't the highest quality, you'd say slower was the highest quality, but the fact that your bit rate is quite high, it makes up for it, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, my video settings here, direct, you can have actually set for OpenGL, but I've tried that and I don't think it recorded for me. Depends on your computer, I think that. I'm not so sure about that one, but very soon we'll have DirectX 3D 12, you know, the DirectX 12. My base resolution, as you can see by the video you clicked on, it runs at 1440p, and the scale resolutions are both the same. Bilinear, which is the lowest, and it gives, you know, anything to ensure your CPU can handle the job of recording gameplay, you know, and getting smooth frame rates and not losing any frames. FPS 60, of course. Click on the advanced tab. Now this one, the colour format, it by default is MV12. I'll just stick it on that. If you put it on RGB, the computer's got to work harder. But then again, it's another thing where it depends on your CPU. It depends on your PC. Full colour range, YUV. Colour space 601. There's two presets there, 601 or 709. But I find, you know, you can't really see any difference. But anyway, that's my recording settings. Okay. Now what I'm going to show you now is some, I think it's classed as 2.5K, but 2560 by 1440p gameplays. It's 60 frames a second and they look fucking beautiful. And they look fucking unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Sorry about that. Have a watch anyway. Tell me what you think and enjoy. Catch you later, guys.
Luis Suarez, the ball is with Messi, a goal for Barcelona, and there's the first goal of the game. That is a really smart piece of work.
Fight!